Hi everyone, welcome to this chat session to learn more about being an athlete life manager at NYSI. Today with us we have Noor. Before we begin, Noor, could you just briefly introduce yourself?
Hi Zheng Yi. My name is Noor. Full name is Nooraini Salleh. I am 51 this year, and my position in NYSI is as a manager in the athlete life team. And before this, I was actually studying to be a counselor, and I am right now. And an interesting fact about me, I just love yoga. I do yoga like maybe 3 times in a week. And yeah, and I have 2 children.
Oh, okay. So can you share with us when did you join NYSI exactly?
Oh yeah, so I'm quite a newbie. I've just been here for about 7 months.
Okay. Then share with us, what do you do exactly at NYSI?
So my daily routine, is that what you're saying? My daily
Something
routine,
like that? Yeah.
So it could be varied. So it could be that I will be seeing student athletes, one-on-one sessions. I'll be holding workshops for them, talking about youth to senior transitions, or even do peer support sessions. Sometimes we even have small little projects or big projects, or like what I did yesterday was really fun. We actually did a video shoot for Athlete Life Online, and that's essentially me interviewing a student athlete for 1.5 hours. And the content that we curate will actually be used for the youth to senior transition workshops.
Okay, so can you tell me more about the department Athlete Life? Like, what do you guys do?
Well, Athlete Life staff, there are 4 of us, essentially 3 of us are counselors, and the other person is yourself, Zheng Yi, who does strategic communications and media management. So for us, the managers at Athlete Life, we are essentially counselor trained. So we reach out to student athletes, we psychoeducate them on mental health issues, as well as support them in their journeys from being youth athletes all the way to being a senior athlete.
Okay. So can you share with me like what made you choose NYSI?
Well, I can remember very well the job description in the advertisement. So 2 things kind of came up that caught my attention. First is psychological support. Okay, that's exactly what a counselor does. The second thing is student athletes. So to me, I have an affinity with young people, student athletes, and it kind of is very natural for me to marry these 2 components and decide to apply for the position.
Okay. So then when do you like realize this is, the career for you? Why do you like choose this particular field to be in?
This particular field is a very unique field. It is, we serve student athletes, and student athletes are a very unique group of people. They are very driven. They have grueling, very unique schedules, routines, very specific nutritional needs, very specific supports required, physiotherapy, sports psychology, talent identification, management. And so to me, it's like, I'm really quite curious about how I can come in and support this group of very unique people. And when I came in, oh my goodness, I learned so much about them. I'm really so honored, and I feel very privileged to be able to be in the system.
So can you share with us like what was the path you actually took to get to where you are today at NYSI?
Wow, it's a very long journey. Yeah. I started out in the aviation industry. And that's a long time, and that kind of trained me to be the counselor that I'm going to be, actually. And of course, there's also the life experiences. I used to work in a children's home, and I am I have 2 children of my own, and because of that, I feel that those really brought me to a point where I realized that, I really need to seal this idea of being a counselor. And so I started my journey to study to be a counselor. So I took up a part-time study when I was working in the aviation industry, and that's when I graduated and I became a counselor. And it's always a continuous progression, I guess, in terms of development. Yeah. Yeah.
Then maybe can you share with us, like, on this journey to get to where you are today, were there any like interesting or funny stories that you can share?
Okay, so there are 2 stories that came up. One is the premises that we have in Kallang. NYSI at Kallang, actually, they told me that there is a jail cell. And I really thought that, okay, maybe it's just a name, but actually it really is a jail cell for pirates.
Oh.
Because apparently this place was previously a Marine Coast Guard station. Yeah, it's a police station if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that's one interesting fun fact. Please come down if you'd like to have a look. I'll be very happy to show you guys around. And then the other thing that really struck me that's very interesting is that in this current era of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchats, Snapchat's gone, right? Okay, so you have like TikToks and all this stuff, right? So you have the device that is supposedly what student athletes or young people nowadays, they kind of connect with, and they can, they love or they enjoy. It really is very interesting to know, and it surprises me that whenever I'm sitting one-on-one with the student athletes, or if I'm sitting myself with a group of them, they really enjoy the space that's being offered to them, where they can actually express themselves and learn more about themselves in the most intimate way. And they can just let loose, and they don't have to have anybody to judge them or to tell them what to do. So being a counselor means that I offer that kind of safe space for them. And I see that they really appreciate that. So that's very interesting to me. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any like words of advice for people who are keen to join this industry?
So my word of advice is to really ask yourself what you would like to do if you were to be in this industry, and how you would like to serve this very unique group of people. And then find out more about how you can get here into this industry and in the niche fields that we have in the ecosystem.
Okay. Yeah. So one last final question.
Yeah.
If you were to recruit someone to join the Athlete Life department, what kind of person are you actually looking out for, or how would you actually recruit this person?
Depends on the position. If we're talking about a counselor position like what I am doing right now, we definitely will be looking for a person who is counseling trained and someone who has an affinity with student athletes. That would be good. For young people, I mean, to have an affinity with young people, I think that would be good. Yeah. Other than that, I think you also need to have a certain sense of curiosity, so that you can get to know them better.
Yeah. Okay. With that, we have come to the end of the questions, Noor. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.